what would be your plan to see families, hardworking families, get back into homes again? Because there are a lot of families that have had foreclosures put on them, lost their homes. What would be your plan to help these families get back into homes?
Well, look, this is a priority not just for those families, but for entire communities. Because what happens when you get one foreclosure in a neighborhood, and suddenly everybody's home valuations go down because they use comparables to make appraisals of home values. So this is critical across the board. People are losing equity in their homes as a consequence of their neighbors' foreclosures. So here's what we need to do. Now, number one, I've put forward a $10 billion fund to prevent foreclosures. And that money will be used for a variety of things, to counsel and to negotiate with lenders and borrowers to maintain their current payments so that they don't see huge spikes because of adjustable rate mortgages that the homeowner cannot afford. And that's actually in the interest of lenders if you can negotiate with them and get enough of them together. It's much better off even for the lender, for that person to stay in that home and keep making those payments. And if there's some bridge dollars that have to be included, this $10 billion fund will help facilitate that. So that's step number one. Step number two is that we have to change our bankruptcy law. Our current bankruptcy law says that if you want to declare bankruptcy, you can renegotiate the mortgage on your second home, but not on your primary home. Now, who thought that rule up? So if I'm a billionaire and I've got homes all around the world, I can renegotiate all my other homes. If I'm Donald Trump, I can negotiate and help settle payments, but I can't do it if I'm just somebody who lives in a $150,000 home and I got sick and suddenly I've got to declare bankruptcy. That makes no sense. So we've got to change that. We've got to institute much tighter regulation on the mortgage lending industry. I had a bill called Stop Fraud, the Stop Fraud Act, that I introduced 2 years ago. We haven't been able to get it past the lobbyists, but it basically says that you've got to fully disclose to people what exactly all these loan terms are and how much the payments are going to be, and making sure that people don't end up getting suckered into some of these deceptive loans that have been made. But the final point that I just want to make is we have to build affordable housing generally, because one of the problems that we have, the reason a lot of people are overextended is because we've not made a commitment to building affordable housing. There is not a metropolitan area in the entire country where if you make the minimum wage, you can actually afford the rent. And so what happens then, people, they overextend themselves. They're more vulnerable and more preyed upon because somebody says, oh, you don't have to put anything down, 0 interest. And you're thinking, well, great, because I wasn't able to afford getting into a house. And then they get tricked into being way overextended financially. So that is going to be a priority. We're going to set up an affordable housing trust fund that is going to help create affordable housing all across the country, and that should help solve the problem. All right?